Okay, he's done a bunch of the new Tonight Show, but he's like a featured player on Fallon. Wait, this is a cool story. Can I tell you about my friend Dion? You'll like this. I went to grad school with this guy, Dion Flynn. He's like 6'4", he's biracial, he'd been in the army. He was the funniest person I'd ever met, but he was also an insane madman who was like doing lots of drugs, but got sober. Like, he's just been this really amazing feature in my life. And he's really one of my best friends in the world. And he used to tell me, he said, there's this guy that I did comedy with in college, and you look like him and remind me of him, and your sensibilities are so similar. His name is Jimmy Fallon. And then I remember the day he came in and he said, my college buddy, Jimmy Fallon, is going to be on SNL. It was his dream. He left every party at 11:15 to be home in time to watch SNL. He's premiering on the show this weekend. If you guys can watch it, he's a great guy. So they fell out of touch. You know, Dion's life happened, my life happened, Jimmy's life happened. And I keep burping. And I went on Fallon, on the 12:30 Fallon, to promote Happy Thank You More Please when it was coming out. And I told Dion, I said, do you want me to pass on a message? And he said, he didn't burp. He said, would it be cool if I came with you? And I said, yeah, come with me. So we're in the dressing room, Jimmy comes in, and he's like, oh my God, he freaked out. And he's hugging him. He hugged him like 4 times, and he kept pointing at him and saying, this is the funniest guy I've ever met. Now, Jimmy Fallon has worked with some funny people, but he insisted that my friend Dion was the funniest guy you've ever met, which, for me, he is the funniest person. So then, when we were leaving, this producer came up to him and said, Jimmy would love your contact info so he could use you maybe in some sketches on the show. He used him like 60 times on the show. He became like a regular featured player. He plays Obama. Do you guys know? Yeah, he's a tall guy. He plays Obama on the show, but he's done a whole bunch of other hilarious things like this fortune teller called Benito, the Great Benito. It's so funny. But now he's on the Tonight Show, and he got, it's just this very cool confluence of events. Anyway, in 1997, when we were in grad school, we were teching a show, and we had a lot of time, and Dion had this little leather glove, and he slaps me across the face, because we were always making fun of like arch kind of restoration comedy stuff, because we had to say, like, instead of saying Duke, you'd say Duke. Like, you had to, it was very, speechy and pretentious. So we were always making fun of that. And he slapped me across the face with his glove, and he said, I challenge you to a duel. And then I took the glove back and slapped him across the face, and I said, I challenge you to a duo. And he took the glove back and slapped me across the face. He said, I challenge you to a trio. And I took the glove back and I said, I challenge you to get on the tree of life. And, and we kept morphing. Listen, it's funner, it's better than it sounds. We dropped the glove at a certain point. That sounds dirty, but we did. We dropped the glove. And now we play a game where it's called clanging, which is actually a schizophrenic diagnosis of people who take terms and just keep morphing the language. And it's like a verbal tennis match where we keep doing it back and forth. And you even can get a suggestion from the audience of a word, and you just morph the word, and little scenarios start to develop, all this crazy, I can't really demonstrate it without him, but all these crazy scenarios start to develop. We've done 2 of these shows in New York City at his improv theater called People's Improv Theater, The Pit. And we're thinking of really taking the show on the road, because people really enjoy it, and so we're gonna so look out for it if you see, like on Twitter, like me and Dion clanging. It's a fun, weird night. And what we always tell people is, we'd be doing this if you were here or not, so you might want to watch, because we do it a lot. We also text clang. So he doesn't think it's funny when I show the text, but hold on.
So the clanging is like your initiation for the set?
What do you mean?
Like, do you do the clang to get suggestions, then you do scenes off of it? Or just
No, they're not scenes. We just keep morphing the words. Yeah. It sounds ridiculous, but it's fun. The last clang we had, hold on, I said, now this morphed like so long ago. This is not gonna be funny, by the way. No, I've been doing this with this guy for 17 years. It's like, I can't, it would be impossible. So I wrote, the Paris Review called it Porky's by way of Pavel Chekhov. Rented and watched it alone. That smell, by the way, is chicken. Okay, so that's where it went to. Now he has to morph it from there. It's so weird. You said the TV guide said I was portly, but paved the way for chickless. Rented and watched Home Alone. That smelt, by the way, is chicken. It's really fun for us, you guys. The text clanging is more fun for us. I was actually just going to check my email. The text clanging is more fun for us, but the actual, and we also, my friend Eli Bolin is an improv pianist, so he would improvise songs based on them. And it sounds super weird, but it's really fun. And also it becomes like a metaphor for our friendship, kind of, bouncing these things back and forth like insane people. But we always do it and then get into a really deep discussion, and he's a dear friend, and that's what clanging is. Sorry that took up so much of the night, guys. Good night. Okay, yeah.